Hi guys, this is James from DBG and welcome to another video. It's another showcase video. This is the second half of the other video you saw, which was the orcs, and this is something else totally. This is 15mm Vikings, or to use their correct term, Norsemen or Danes, because I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here, because the term Viking is not what they are called, it's what they did. To Viking is to raid and pillage, and obviously over the centuries it's been corrupted, just like the horns on the helmet never existed. So yeah, so these are Norsemen or Danes. It's funny how the Swedes, who were also there, never got. They've got their own thing. You've got Norsemen, which was Norwegian, and you've got the Danes, which is the Danes. And the Swedes, they were there. Yeah. Anyway, massive tangent. I do apologise. Anyway, these guys are 15mm. The manufacturer is unknown to me. They look like Peter Pig, but don't quote me on that. There are plenty of other miniatures out there. Could be Essex miniatures. It's not irregular miniatures, because I know their stuff very well, working with one of my other clients on the World War II stuff. So yeah, I'm going to say Peter Pig or Essex. Or Fighting 15s, which actually could be Essex miniatures. Anyway, they're 15mm. They're on a website somewhere. Didn't ask the client where they're from. I should have done my mistake. Anyway, and it's for a game called L'Art de la Guerre, which is obviously French for the art of war. And as you can see, they are based on specific size bases. So I think these are 40 by 40, and the other ones are, or 60 by 40. The other ones are 60 by 60, and anyway, it's a number by number. And so everything, and the bases are metal, because the box that the client sent to me have magnetic strips in to ease in the transport, so these guys will not fall about in the box. Obviously you put a little bit of padding on top just to make sure they don't fall off, or they're a little bit protected. But yeah, so so what we've got 3 command bases here, each with these guys have a musician and a standard, and that is the general with a looks like some sort of champion and a musician. We have 2 bases here with javelins, 2 bases here of archers, 3 bases here of, to coin a term, berserkers, although I'm not sure they are berserkers, they're just, and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 bases of a mixture of axes, shields, swords, that sort of thing. So we'll do what I always do, and we're going to have a look at some of the miniatures. Not all of them, because it'll be a whole day. And there is quite a bit of repetition, and there is actually, which is what makes me think they're 2 different manufacturers. There's different quality in the miniatures. Some are actually very detailed and very good, and some are not as detailed. But when you mix them together on a base, it doesn't actually matter, like in some miniatures. But anyway, so let's start with Monsieur General. Right, focus. There we go. And what I've done, I can't let's move the light. What I've done, I've actually put socks and a star on the horse. The guy at the back is wearing a male shirt and carrying an axe with got some wolf skin on the back. The general's got, well, I've done it brown, so it could be brown or brown bear skin. And then the guy with the horn has got a bit of a pot belly. There. And then we've got the first standard base. The standard was really small and I had a bit of trouble doing it. I freely admit I can do that standard better, but yeah, that's my fault. Anyway, so that's the other one. And then with this guy here, we've got it's 4 people on this stand, and there's obviously some sort of hero character there with the same 2 standards and the bald guy. Right. Javelin dudes. One guy with a little buckler, the other guy with a normal shield with the javelins. Both bare-chested. One has a little cape on. Don't know why. Don't know why you do that. Then we have some archers. Standard archers of the time, which looks like it's roughly around the 7th to the 9th centuries, I would imagine. Standard archers. Oh, focus. This was kind of cool because you've got a couple of guys at the back who are putting arrows from their quivers. And obviously the other guys are loosing. A word to the wise, you do not fire an arrow. You loose an arrow because there is no actual gunpowder or fire involved. So you don't need to fire an arrow. You loose an arrow. And if you've watched Game of Thrones on Monday, when they were shouting fire a lot, when they were shooting those scorpions at the dragon, that hasn't spoiled the episode for you. You've seen them before. There's the scorpions, which are the ballista or giant crossbows on the walls and on the ships, shooting them at the dragon. They were saying fire a lot. No. It's loose or shoot. Sorry, another mini rant. Right, let me see. Let's have this one here. This is a base of berserkers. There we go. Most of them have some sort of wolf skin or are bare-chested with simple shields and shield designs. Because the shields are actually sculpted as bare wood, so I made it look like someone just painted white over the bare wood. Right, let me find some nice bases. Now what I did with these, because if you look underneath, everything is written on there underneath. And they're all in their individual sections in the box, and I did not want to mix them up. So what I did was, I'll glue them all to the base and then paint them, and then realise, oh no, I have to get brushes in and try and paint them and try and do the shield designs, and oh no, how am I going to do that? And as it turned out, there's a big bit of grass there. As it turned out, it wasn't that bad. I could get my brush in and do it, so not too bad. And this guy here, the second one in, is one of my favourites. Oh, focus. There we go. And we've got this one here. Again, this has got another couple of characters. There's a nice mix. There's some guys in just overshirts and tunics, some guys in mailed shirts, some guys bareheaded, some guys in the classic Dark Age conical helm. Ooh. And some guys hefting great two-handed axes. Yeah. So yeah, I won't do one anymore because yeah, it will spoil. So yeah, so that is it. That is what I've been working on. It's actually I thought this would take me quite a long time, but it only really has taken just under a week actually. The main problem is the bases, because once you paint them, you then have to put your texture on, which I use play sand with a few bits of small gravel in. Obviously let that dry, then you've got to paint it, then you've got to dry brush it, you've got to tidy up the edges, and then finally you've got to put your flock on. Oh, yummy. So I just took a drink, and I actually used two colours of flock. There's a darker green flock that I used as a base, and then over the top, while the glue was still dry, I just added a few other dabs of glue. There's a lighter, so it sort of looks like sun bleached grass. Well, that is the plan anyway. So as usual, guys, please check out our affiliates in the description below. Don't forget, there is a link there. I can't remember which one it is, but one of them will take you straight to the Goblin Gaming web store, and if you buy anything from that link, we get a little bit, and it helps us buy things that we can do reviews and stuff on. So that's very cool if you do that. And obviously White Shark Gaming, don't forget to check them out as well. You get a little bit of a, I think it's 10%. It could be 12%. I can't remember. There's a little bit of a discount there for you for White Shark Gaming. Their stuff is very cool. And obviously all the Facebook groups for those guys are there as well. And as usual, guys, do all the YouTube stuff. Like and subscribe. Share with everyone. We are finally slowly creeping up in the subscribers. We've just gone over 1650, where we've been languishing around 1620, 1630 for weeks and weeks. We've finally started climbing slowly, but we're climbing. And the Facebook page has gone over 1,000. We are at 1,052 likes, I believe, which is quite frankly amazing, considering I first did the page well, it'll be 4 years in June, I believe. I first did the page. So yeah, I've rambled on for a while. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.